The stars glimmered like tiny diamonds against the black canvas of space. Inside the human starship Horizon's Edge Kai Park sat quietly at his station. He was young, but his eyes held a depth that spoke of something more than simple experience. The ship moved slowly through an area of space few humans had ever explored. Outside the wide windows, strange planets and distant nebulas created a view that would make most people stop and stare. But Kai was focused on his work. "Incoming transmission," announced the communication officer. Her voice was calm, almost bored. Kai looked up. On the screen, a Valerian diplomat appeared. The alien was tall and thin, with skin that looked like polished metal and eyes that seemed to change color with every movement. Valerians were known across the galaxy for their sharp intelligence and even sharper tongues. "Human vessel Horizon's Edge The Valerian said, "Prepare for standard diplomatic communication protocol." Kai knew what was coming. Another meeting. Another chance for the Valerians to look down on humans. He had seen this many times before. The Valerian's name was Raven Trell. He was not just any diplomat. He was the High Consul of the Valerian Confederation, a position that came with huge power and even bigger attitude. Trell had a reputation for being tough and never hiding what he thought about other species. "We will be discussing border agreements," Trell said. His voice was cold and sharp. "Your species has much to learn about galactic politics." Kai kept his face neutral. Inside, he was smiling. The Valerians had no idea what humans were really capable of. They saw humans as a young race, still learning to walk among the stars. But Kai knew the truth. Humans had been preparing, quietly, carefully. While other species showed off their weapons and talked about their power, humans had been developing technologies that no one could imagine. The Horizon's Edge looked simple. Its design was clean and practical. Nothing about it suggested the complex systems hidden beneath its smooth metal skin. Kai's fingers moved quietly over his control panel. To anyone watching, he looked like he was just doing routine checks. But he was doing much more. "We accept the meeting terms," Kai responded. His voice was smooth and professional. "The Horizon's Edge will arrive at the designated coordinates in 3 standard hours." Raven Trell nodded, looking slightly disappointed that Kai had not shown any signs of nervousness or weakness. Most young diplomats would have been scared. Most would have tried to prove themselves. Kai was different. As the transmission ended, the ship's captain walked over. Her name was Elena Rodriguez, a veteran of many space missions. She looked at Kai and raised an eyebrow. "Interesting conversation," she asked. Kai simply smiled. "Just another day," he said. Outside the ship, the universe continued its silent dance. Planets spun. Stars burned. And somewhere, hidden in the quiet spaces between worlds, something was waiting. Something that would change everything the Valerians thought they knew about humans. But not yet. Not today. The alarm was loud. It cut through the quiet of the human colony like a sharp knife. People looked up. Something was wrong. Captain Wu Jae-sung stood on the bridge of the Starship Resolute *. His hands moved quickly over the control panels. Screens flickered with red warning lights. Outside the ship's windows, space looked different. Something was coming. "Valerian attack ships," said the radar officer. Her voice was calm but serious. "Multiple targets. They're moving fast." Jae-sung knew what this meant. The Valerians had finally decided to show their true colors. They were attacking the human colony world, a place where families lived, where children played, where people had built their homes among the stars. The colony was called New Hope. It was not just a place. It was home to thousands of humans who had traveled far from Earth to build a new life. Now those lives were in danger. "Prepare defensive systems," Jae-sung ordered. His voice was steady. No fear, no panic. On the other side of the battle space, the Valerian fleet looked confident. Their ships were large and sharp. They had weapons that had destroyed many other species. They thought humans would be easy to beat. They were wrong. The resolute asterisk moved in a way no one expected. It was not just a ship. It was a machine that could think. Its systems were smart. Its weapons were even smarter. Intelligence Officer Hannah Kim watched the battle unfold. Her fingers moved across her screens. She was not just watching. She was controlling every move, every attack, every defense. The first Valerian ships fired. Their weapons were powerful. But the resolute asterisk was ready. Before the Valerian weapons could hit, the human ship had already predicted their path. Shields moved, weapons adjusted. One by one, Valerian ships started to disappear. Not destroyed. Something worse. Their systems were dying. Their computers were going dark. Their weapons were becoming useless pieces of metal. Jae-sung watched with cold eyes. This was not just a battle. This was a message. "We are not weak," he said quietly to himself. The battle lasted 17 minutes. 17 minutes that would change everything humans knew about space. 17 minutes that would make the Valerians understand who humans really were. When it was over, only the resolute asterisk remained. Around it, broken Valerian ships floated like dead fish in a vast ocean of stars. No explosions, no big fires, just silence. Hannah Kim looked at the screens. "Mission completed," she said simply. Jae-sung nodded. "Send a message to Valerian headquarters," he said. "Let them know we are not who they thought we were." The message was simple, just a few words that would echo across the galaxy. We were always watching. We were always ready. Outside the ship, stars continued to shine, but something had changed. The universe would never be the same again. High Consul Raven Trell sat at the center of the Valerian Central Council. Around him, hundreds of alien leaders waited. Their faces showed something new, something they had never felt before. Fear. "The human ships," Trell began, "are not what we thought." His words hung in the air like heavy stones. Each word was painful, each sentence a confession of failure. The giant screens showed what had happened. The complete destruction of their attack fleet, not by force, not by big explosions, but by something worse, by intelligence, by technology so advanced it seemed like magic. Kai Park watched the transmission from another room. He was not surprised. Nobody who really knew humans would be surprised. "We underestimated them," Trell continued. His metal-like skin seemed to lose its shine. "The humans have technologies we cannot understand, systems that think faster than our best computers." The council members looked at each other. Some looked angry. Some looked scared. Most looked confused. How could a species they had ignored for so long suddenly become so powerful? Back on the Horizon's Edge Captain Elena Rodriguez reviewed the battle reports. Her team had planned this moment for years. Not just this battle, but the entire strategy of making other species think humans were weak. "We wanted them to look down on us," she told Kai. "It was our best weapon." Kai nodded. He understood the plan perfectly. The human strategy was simple. Showed just enough to seem normal. Hide the real power. Make other species think humans were still learning. But behind the scenes, human scientists and engineers were working, developing, creating technologies that no one could imagine. The Valerian Central Council was about to learn a hard lesson. "We cannot fight them," one council member said. "Our best weapons are useless." Raven Trell knew this was true. The human ship had not just beaten their fleet. It had shown them how far behind they were, how little they really understood about technology and war. On a screen, a message from the humans appeared. Simple words, but words that would change everything. "Respect is earned, not given." The message was signed by Captain Wu Jae-sung, the same captain who had destroyed their entire attack fleet in just 17 minutes. Kai Park smiled. This was exactly what they had planned. The galaxy would never see humans the same way again. No more would they be considered a young, weak species. Now they would be seen as something else, a potential master of the stars. Outside the council room, stars continued to shine. Planets continued to spin. But something had changed. The balance of power in the universe had just shifted, and humans had made it happen. Quietly, carefully, perfectly.